Bam! What is up with the squad? It's such your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies. Hot Take Wednesday. He's in the building.
Oh
Rob
boy,
Man Media. What up?
man, what's happening? What's happening, man? It's first show 2025, so man, it's tournament time, baby. It's time to get
Welcome
it
back.
going.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy
Yeah,
March Madness. Happy March Madness. How you feeling? Good to have you back in the building. What's good?
man, I'm feeling good. Been out the country, been traveling, so it's finally good to man get back on the airways. Finally
Back.
time to get on the airways. So let's get it on.
Hey, yeah, it's on now. It's on now. So we got March Madness going on. We got the first game of March Madness. My apologies, y'all. I had some technical difficulties going on. This is the first show of the day. Should have been here at the start, but here we are. Here we are. We got Tennessee and Texas A&M going on. What are you looking forward to most about March Madness?
Man, this is the if you don't like college basketball during this time, you ain't no point in watching college basketball. This is the best time. This is when the star. This is when you find out who's a star and who's not. Who really want it and who don't. Like, what else can we talk about? Like, man, March Madness. It's always gonna be some excitement. It's gonna be some drama. But this is where you're gonna find out who can really coach, right? Because there's your kids are gonna get in foul trouble, whether you want them to or not. You're gonna have to play in foul trouble. You're gonna find out who really got a deep bench and who don't. So all that is all fun and games and taking nights off during the regular season. You ain't taking no nights off in March because it's when to
Hey,
go home. It's when to
oh
go
yeah,
home. So you really got to come with it. So you're gonna actually see a better product of basketball in March than you do during any time of the season. This is when you're
okay.
finna see the best basketball being played and the stars are gonna shine. So my biggest thing right now is, man, for this tournament is, man, who's ready? Who wants that spotlight? If who really wants that spotlight? Because we finna find out, right? All these people that talking about they want to go to the draft and all this, that, and the third. We finna find out what they really about. Because guess what? For the women, this is the time that's leading up to the WNBA season. So you really get to find out who's who. They can really, increase their draft stock to go to the league or who's coming back. So that's what you're finna find out what it really is for sure.
Who do you think can improve their draft stock?
For me, like the person I got my eye on for real is Olivia Miles, right? Because I don't think she's a WNBA prospect. As much as many people have her as a first round pick, I don't know how her game translates to the WNBA yet. Because when I see her, she reminds me of Haley Jones for Atlanta. That's what she reminds me of when I see her play. Like it might take her a minute in the WNBA to get it going, but the difference with her and Haley is her shot is a little bit better than Haley's going into the league. That's the difference. But all around game is they kind of do the same thing, but she doesn't defend like Haley does. So that's the knock on her. So what is she? How does she really play? Who she's gonna land with? That's the person I got my eyes on right now.
Okay, all right. So Olivia Miles, is it her skill set or is it her size? Because for me, I say she has a skill set that translates to the WNBA. I say that she can go and be a point guard. She's got the passing right, but is her body ready? Because my thing is go back for the other year that you have, work on
Yeah.
your body, get stronger. Because you only got 7 days at the end of March, right, to be ready to go be in the WNBA. She doesn't look strong enough to me. and I think it's only because she's been out with the injury. Game translates. Basketball IQ is there for me. I would
Oh
like to see a little
no,
bit more on defense, and the offense is there, but I would like to see her get her body together.
it's just like I said, man. It's her comp to me is Haley Jones from Atlanta. That's who I look at. Like when I look at Olivia Miles, that's who I see. Right?
Okay.
You're not going to be able to speed her up. She's gonna be solid, right? But she don't overwhelm you on the offensive side of she's a threat. Defensive wise, she's gonna be okay on defense, but you ain't gonna just be mistreating on defense, right? I just don't. As a first round pick, you want somebody that can accelerate your team, and I don't think she accelerates your team to another level, right? When you making a first round pick, you want somebody to project to like, all right, you're going to be a starter, and you're going to be able to contribute to about 14, 15 points a game. I don't need you to be 30 points a game, but give me 14, 15. I don't know if Olivia can give you that right now, based upon her being in. I don't think she's really truly in basketball shape like she needs to be, but she's gonna learn that in her second year going to the WNBA. So it's just about styles and fits for her, right? What kind of situation is she gonna go into in the WNBA, and what is her role gonna be? She could be a lead guard, but she can also play off the ball and give you certain things. But how do you want to utilize her? That's how I look at it.
So, is it better for her to go into a team where they need her to start right away, or where she can sit on the bench?
I'll be honest with you. I like Olivia Miles going to Dallas than I do Paige Beckers.
Okay.
And the
Where do you
reason
like
why
Paige going?
the reason why I like Olivia going to Dallas is because I think the role with her at AO there, she's already got a superstar guard, right? So now she can work herself into like, all right, boom, this how I need to play. Versus like if she goes to San Francisco, she might need to be the star off the rip because who they got, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got nobody
Right.
they can get you buckets. So that's what I said. It all depends. When you talk about Paige, who has the second pick? I forgot who has the second pick.
The Sparks traded it away, didn't they? The Sparks traded it away.
The Sparks traded it away to Seattle. If she goes to Seattle, look the hell out. If she goes to Seattle, look the hell out.
Okay, so here's the thing in Seattle. To me, Seattle invited a lot of people to training camp that won't be there when camp starts. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Camp is gonna be crazy, right? Camp is gonna be crazy. When you look at what Seattle brought in, who do you think that have you thought about that? Is there somebody specifically that they brought in that you think is a good fit for them? Or is it or do you want to see, or is it kind of like see who plays the best and wait till kind of camp thing?
To me, honestly, the WNBA across the board is like that. They just playing trial by fire right now because it's like the reason why you're playing trial by fire is because you just added another team into there. So now it's all these roster spots. So you got to go somewhere, right? So normally some of these people that would make a roster don't make a roster just because a new team got added. So then what happens in 2020, the next year? Another team is getting added, right? And then another team about to get added. So now you're going to have this trial by fire. So now it's going to give opportunity for people that wouldn't necessarily make it. So you can't be mad about all these roster invites. And that's why a lot of these people ain't signed contracts. When it looks at Seattle, think about it. You got your point guard, right, with Skylar Diggins. You got your three with Gabby. Jordan Horston got hurt. So she's done for the season. And then you got your center. Your backup center. Your backup center already. Huh?
Are they gonna keep Nikki Mule?
They got to.
Is she gonna be ready?
I don't know if she'll be ready, but they have to. You already lost your backup center. She went to LA. So I mean, when you look at the whole grand scheme of things, it's like, what does Seattle really need? Like they need a 2, they need a 4, right? That's why if they get Paige Beckers, Paige slides into that 2 spot next to Skylar Diggins, and you got Gabby as your 3. That's kind of an ideal situation because now you're not forcing her to be the point, you're not forcing her to be the 3, and really at the WNBA, who's really at that 2 spot, night in, night out, that she's gonna have to guard.
Here's my question. How do you sell the Dallas franchise and fans on Olivia Miles since you've been talking about Paige Becker since you got the first pick?
I just don't like her and AO. I just don't like the fit. Like it sounds good, it look good. It's for you want to sell tickets. It looks good on paper, but when you look at the grand scheme of longevity, I think if Paige Becker goes to Dallas, AO is going next year. That's just me, right? If you get
And
Olivia,
is that just because of like style doesn't work? Because like when they got the first pick, you saw AO all over social media like yes, you know what I mean, like seemed excited for Paige to be coming there. So you just think like it doesn't really work, and she's like, yo, I'm gone, or what do you
it's
think?
for me, it's the coaching. I don't. Players can figure it out. It's the coaching, right? You don't even know what you're gonna get from this coach. Like that's the part of where I'm like, you can make it work, right? It's kind of like when people say Luka and LeBron couldn't work. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like they do the same damn thing. They gonna figure it out. They're basketball players.
Mm-hmm.
It's AO and Paige can figure it out. I don't know if
Okay.
the coaching can figure it out, right? Because now,
Mm-hmm.
if you put Paige on the ball, what do you do with AO? If you put AO on the ball, what does Paige do, right? You're trying to see how that works. I know if you take Olivia off the ball, I know what Olivia does because I see it right now, right? She
Okay.
has that dominant star where she could be the second fiddle and she understands what to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with Paige, she does it a little different at UConn. So now when you start talking about translating things and how things are going to work and what it looks like at the next level, it's like Paige is a little bit more on the ball right now than Olivia is, but Paige really doesn't have to defer to a star versus Olivia understands how to defer to a star. That's why I like the more maturation with it because I think Olivia is going to understand what she needs to do and how to be effective with the basketball game, but and also understand how to get people easier shots. I don't know if Paige can get people easier shots with Dallas if she was with Seattle.
Okay.
That's
That's a
that's
good hot
really
take.
different.
Pay sliding to the two. Pay sliding to
Yeah.
the two.
See,
But
I mean, to be honest,
but if
Paige always been a natural two. They just try to make her to
no
a
no no,
point.
I mean sliding to the number two pick.
Yeah,
Slide to the number two pick. So let me ask you this: if Olivia thinks agrees with us, it goes back to school. Does Paige stay at one, or should Dallas do something different at one?
you gotta take her one. I mean, I just
Okay.
don't
Okay.
see nobody else that could be in play. Like to me, honestly, that's just me. Honestly, I don't see nobody else that could be in play that can help Dallas in this
Mhm.
situation, right?
Okay.
Because that's really what you got to think about. Like, it's really it's a two-person race that can pretty much help Dallas. You either go with Paige, you go with Olivia, right? Of
Hmm.
course, Paige is going to end up being the number one pick just because of you got to have somebody to sell in a draft class, right? And Paige is the person that you're selling, so she has to go number one. But if you're Dallas, who makes the better fit for you to win right now and long term? That's how that's how I'm making the pick. I'm
I
not
got
saying
you.
that Paige can't help you long term. If you want the natural fit for AO, you take Olivia. If you don't want the natural fit, you take Paige. That's just how it is.
So I see. So do you think Paige is a point guard, or you think Paige can play point guard and shooting guard?
She's a combo. Paige has always been a combo.
Okay. No, I seen
She,
the comment in the chat. If you don't think Paige is a point guard, you haven't watched her, but I think she could do either. But
she's a combo guard. She's not a pure point guard. The thing about what people don't realize is Paige is not a pure point guard. She's a combo guard. She's she really wants to score, but she passes because she's gonna see double teams, or she doesn't make the game easy for anybody. Like if you actually truly sit and watch Paige and watched her growing up, she just got double team and made it look easy, but she don't make the game easier for nobody. She's just been in the spotlight. So it's all you know on this page. But when
give
you
me
look,
give me an example. Give me an example of what you mean. But like not making them better. Like what would making them better look like? Like what would we
making
see?
people like making the game easier, right? Like for,
Okay.
for like a point guard mind, right? If you get a rebound, what's the first thing you do, right? From a point guard standpoint, your eyes go up immediately. Like I get a rebound, my eyes going up. I'm already looking to make that advanced pass. As
Mm-hmm.
a combo, I'm going to look to dribble more to find somebody versus naturally my eyes is going to look up and I'm going to make advanced pass. So there's pros and cons, but when you talk about a combo guard versus a point guard, right? A true point guard naturally, like when I get this ball, no matter what happens, before I even take a dribble, my eyes are up. I'm looking to already outlet the thing to somebody else to make it the game easier. Paige is going to look to take off a dribble because naturally she understands if I can dribble, I'm going to create eyes to me, which is going to allow me to make passes. Versus
Mm-hmm.
my mindset is I catch this thing, I'm already looking to pass. I'm looking for to make somebody get an easier shot. And
Raven. Raven's always looking up the floor.
correct,
Raven
right?
the rebound, she's looking up. I
Correct.
get you. Okay.
So that's what
Got
I'm saying. When you talk about an easier thing, like that's it. That's an instinct thing. Like instant, boom. That's what I do. But as a combo guard, she's had to score and do all these other things. A natural point guard don't always have to do that, right? They lead, and I don't know if Paige is vocal enough to lead as a true point.
you. Okay. That would be that would be something we would have to see. Can Paige be vocal? I mean, I think she could be vocal. I don't
I'm
know.
not
I
saying
don't.
she can't because one thing about Paige is Paige has played on the biggest stages. You can't take that
Mm-hmm.
away from her. She's played on the
Mm-hmm.
biggest stages, so she's been battle tested in every situation that you could ask for, whether that's USA basketball, college basketball. When she was in AU coming up through the ranks, playing for championships, she's been battle tested. So there's nothing you could take away from Paige in that situation. But it also what style fits her in the WNBA that's going to help her game grow the fastest. That's what I look at. I don't think Dallas would be the ideal fit, but I understand why she's going to go number one, right? Because she is the person that is the headliner of the draft, so she has to go number one.
Oh yeah,
But
you can't leave her.
right,
You have a lot of explaining to do back to your fan base, to your franchise, to your team. Like you got a lot of explaining to do if she doesn't. So
yeah,
I get it. So do you think Paige has a preference on where she goes?
nah, she don't really care. She's a hooper. At the end of the day, Paige is a hooper. She gonna figure it out. All right, that's one thing about Paige that you gotta give credit to. No matter what the situation is, no matter who she's playing with, she's gonna figure it out, right? Whether that when she's with Team USA and winning gold medal, she figured it out. You know what I'm saying? And she's
Okay.
gonna figure it out, just
Okay.
like at UConn. She's gonna figure it out. I never worry about that.
So we talking about Paige. Let's transition. It's March Madness.
It is.
Um, so we talking about Paige, UConn. How far you have them going? Have you thought about it?
I mean, when it comes down to the bracket, I mean, I truly think they're Final Four team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they're healthy, they got all their guns,
Mm-hmm.
right? There ain't no excuse. Gino, you just gotta get it done. There ain't no excuses, but you ain't got no excuse why you can't make the Final Four.
Oh, I
Now
mean,
there's
I got SC and UConn in the finals. That's my final pick. That's my championship
yeah,
pick.
I know they can make it to the championship game, no doubt. They can make it to the championship game. It's just all about how the brackets line up and who they got to play to get there, right? I'm not worried about them getting to the Elite Eight. They're gonna get there. The Final Four is who they match up in the Final Four. If they're matching up against SC in the Final Four, then that knocks them out of being to the championship game. That's why I say Final Four because I'm hoping that they put them
I gotta see
opposite
the
of each
brackets
other.
look like
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm just hoping that they go opposite of each other. Then I'm like, all right, cool. Because that's really truly who I was gonna pick, right? And the reason why is because when I look at Notre Dame, they can't get it done on the boards. They can't close games. That's their biggest issue. You can neutralize them to beat them. I look at
I
Texas.
thought Kate Koval would be more. I thought Kate would be better now. I thought Kate would be more polished now. I thought she would be more ready for March now. So I don't know.
You
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at where Kate Koval is. I thought she would be much more closer to being a really solid backup to Maddie Westbeld. And
yeah.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned for for Hannah and Notre Dame. because they losing a lot of seniors. Like it's
Yeah,
looking like it's looking like this was the year to get it done. I don't know that Ivy got enough coming in after this. So
yeah.
I'm
They gonna have to hit that
I'm
portal. They gonna have to hit
I'm
that portal for sure. Well, here's what I
okay.
say: if number 11 for Notre Dame doesn't play well, they're not going far. She's the X factor.
Okay.
If
Okay.
number 11, I man, I cannot think of her name top of my head. But when number 11 doesn't play well, Notre Dame is losing. When she's
Oh no.
playing well, they're winning. Dang, what the hell is she came in with Olivia. She's in the same class as Olivia. She's leaving.
That's not who was 11? Citron?
Citron, yeah, Citron.
Yeah.
When
That's what I was
Citron
thinking.
plays well, when you're watching Notre Dame, when Citron's playing well and she's making shots, Notre Dame looks like an unbeatable team. When she's not playing good, they look like it's problems because Olivia does not be aggressive enough on the offensive side. Citron is the key to that team of how far they can advance.
Oh
That
man.
that
Exactly. Exactly.
so,
Exactly. Well, I mean, I really like what Citron was doing because I thought she was doing a lot more on the defensive end to start this season.
but she
But
is that. But think about it. Citron is the person she has to go out the toughest matchup. Whoever the
yeah,
toughest guard is, she got to take that matchup, and they asking her to still produce on the scoring end.
yeah, you got to score. Yeah, that's hard to do. That's hard to
That,
do.
you know what I'm saying? And she out there getting buckets. Like I'm talking about clutch buckets, not like first quarter. I'm talking about in clutch moments. They putting the ball in her hand. Hey, go give me one.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like
absolutely, absolutely.
shouldn't that be Olivia's job? And she's supposed to be the higher draft pick.
So from a defensive standpoint, I don't know. I don't know that.
No,
So
I'm
what
not
I
talking about.
don't
I'm
know,
talking
I
about from the
haven't.
offensive side. If Simchon is taking the toughest matchup and she's just spending all this energy on the defense, Olivia, you should be out aggressive mode. You should be down here attacking, get to the rim, putting pressure. You
Okay,
should. The game should be easy for you.
is it harder? Is it challenging for her to be aggressive because Hannah's so aggressive?
No, like you think about it. Citron's aggressive.
Hmm.
Hannah's aggressive. Olivia, what you doing?
She's surveying. She's surveying. She's trying to do space and pace. I don't know. I haven't watched them
Man,
enough.
listen. All that.
Um,
Listen. If you, I'm talking about if you really go watch it, you'll be like, damn, you gotta shoot that shot. Like, that
okay.
ball
So
get quick for you.
you seeing her pass up on shots that you need her to
Yeah,
take in the Florida
you
offense.
gotta
Okay.
shoot them.
Okay.
Yeah, just
I'll look at
you
that.
gotta. It ain't even about the confidence. You gotta shoot them just so it ain't a turnover, right? Because now it's gonna be a turnover because you holding the ball. So now Citron has to take a bad shot. Hannah has to take a bad shot. Like they gotta take bad shots because you won't shoot the ball because you surveying. It's only so much you can survey. Like, hey, when that clock get down to 10 seconds, it's either ball screen get to the rim, ball screen get to a shot.
Survey time is over.
Yeah,
Survey
that's
time is
what
over at that point. Okay.
she,
Okay.
she gets. They kick the ball to her. It gets to 10 seconds. It's survey time still. Like, no, you got to get down here. Attack. It's got to be something aggressive for us to get an easier shot. And that's where they get in trouble at times. Is you know what I'm saying? I like Olivia Miles, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you got people that's taking the heat off of you. You got to step up.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Oh yeah, Texas A&M gave up a long time ago, but we knew that was
Man,
gonna happen.
that's
So
not even. I'll
Texas
tell you
A&M,
though.
is Joni's job safe? She lost Koulibaly. She beat Kentucky. She lost Koulibaly. I was saying if she beat Tennessee, she could save her job. I'm concerned for Joni. I'm concerned for Joni.
I feel bad for it, but I mean, you never know. You just never know in those situations.
Okay, okay.
You
So
just never know.
is there a conference tournament? Yeah, Cooper been on one. Is there a conference tournament that you're most looking forward to? SEC, Big 10,
At
Big
the SEC
12,
is easy.
ACC.
Like I don't care about none of them. Give me SEC all day long. Like on the
Okay,
women's side, I'm looking at that tournament. On the women's side, I'm looking at the tournament.
okay.
At the Big Ten, it's only a 2-man race in there. It's UCLA, USC, right? And while you
Mm.
finna see you just finna see Juju go drop 30, go drop 40, go drop 50 on somebody. Like that's pretty much.
She's not gonna lose to UCLA. I wanted Ohio State to be able to give them a fight. But Jelani doesn't stay on the floor enough. And when she
Yeah.
fouls out, when Jelani Cambridge is on the floor, their offense really
You
stalled. Their offense really
you
stalled.
know the team though in the Big Ten that I want to see if they elevate is
Ugh.
Michigan. Is
Well,
Michigan.
okay.
Do them freshmen go to a different go to their next level? That's the
Well,
team that
I'd expected them to do that already, Rob. Like when they played against us, they played
yeah.
us tough, right? So I'm like, Michigan is going to be one of the tougher teams. I expected Michigan to be ranked. So I was a little surprised when they fell out of the top 25, but they're a young team, right? Two freshmen. I believe they start two freshmen at
No,
least,
they
right?
start
So,
three of them things.
oh wow, okay, yeah, they
Yeah,
three
they
of them.
start
Okay,
three
so
of them things.
that's
Yeah.
even more of a challenge, right? So, they're
I mean,
young,
at
but
this time of the
they
season,
compete.
at this time of the season, it ain't even you can say they freshmen, but the way they've been playing all season and in the rotation, they ain't freshmen no more. Like it
Oh
ain't,
yeah, I just said that last night. Like by this point, like you're not a freshman anymore. It's March.
yeah,
Let's go get it done.
yeah.
I totally agree with that.
I think
So
if you get Michigan in the right bracket against the right teams, they can make an Elite Eight run. Like they can
okay.
legit make Elite Eight run if they get in the right brackets and right teams and possibly
So
a Final Four.
what about Iowa? Iowa is playing better than I thought they would play. With Lucy, seriously, they playing better than I thought they would play.
Yeah,
With their experience, can they spoil somebody's dance? I think they might spoil somebody's. I'm not saying that they going Sweet 16, Elite 8, but I think that their experience and the chemistry that they have from just playing together and Lucy in there, I think I think they're gonna spoil somebody's dance.
here's the thing with Iowa. If you that's a team you don't want to play, and the reason why you don't want to play them is because they've been to a lot of their players been to the championship game, so they understand what it means. And one thing that you see with this Iowa team is they'll grind out possessions, right? In certain situations, if you want to play a grind out basketball game, you
And
might
they
play
way
them
grittier.
win.
They way grittier than I thought they would be. For real. Because
Yeah.
I was like, man, Iowa, man, it's gonna be pop ups and talent shows in Iowa. Ain't gonna be no
Nah,
basketball in Iowa. They play basketball.
nah.
Stokey surprised me. Stokey surprised me. She played some of these bigger bigs better than I expected, right? So
Yeah. I mean,
I,
I watch Iowa because they got a Colorado kid on their team that's been there that played with Lauren Betts in high school at AU. So
Mhm.
I'm familiar with Iowa, and that's why I say you don't really you don't want to play them in March. That's really what you don't. The thing that I want to see is because they do have, even though majority of the coaching staff has been retained from last year, the head person of the snake is gone.
right.
So what is it? What is the, what I'm saying? What does she look like now that she's not the assistant anymore? She's the head person now.
Yeah.
So how does she game plan against some of these teams? Because one thing about Iowa, they ain't afraid. They'll throw a 2-3 zone out there on you. Then they might go man to man. Like she will mix it up. So it's one of them teams that like, man, if you one of them jump shooting teams and you go cold, Iowa gonna beat you. They gonna
I mean,
beat you.
I
They gonna
agree.
beat you, and they gonna play you inside out. They gonna throw that thing to the post. And the thing with Iowa, if you let their post players get going, you might just go ahead and call it off because it's gonna be a wrap for you. It ain't gonna be nothing you can do because they're gonna make shots.
All
So
right. And now
I would
hold up.
definitely Iowa will definitely like be one of them sneaky teams from the Big Ten. I will keep my eyes on.
Mhm.
Iowa and Michigan. Those are my two teams that from the Big Ten that I'm keeping my eyes on. Of what they land at in the tournament, but it should come down to UCLA and USC for the championship there, and I think USC should beat UCLA for the third time this year in this
Yeah, I
situation.
don't think so. I've been saying since the beginning of the season. I don't think Juju loses to UCLA anymore. She figured them out. She knows how to beat UCLA.
And
It
she
doesn't
gonna
matter where they play. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where they play. She's figured them out.
she about to get them.
It's
She giving them. She
personal.
might get them a 40 piece next time she see them just for the
Yeah,
strength of it.
because she can now. She's really figured them out. So we got Texas A&M and Tennessee on right now. Tennessee, give me your assessment on Tennessee. How far can they go? What do you?
Man, every time I be wanting to give Tennessee credit, they disappoint me. They lose to somebody they ain't supposed to lose to.
They smacking Texas A&M right now, like
They
50,
should be though.
53 to 28 or something.
They should though. They should be beating them. But
Yeah,
every time I want to get them credit, they go out and do stupid. They do something stupid. You know, I'd
I
be
didn't
like,
think that the
bro.
three ball. I didn't think that they three ball would travel. Looked like the three ball travel. Talasia Cooper's having a great game. She's back from. She went out the last game with an injury. Um. So it looked like they playing really good basketball. I had Tennessee. This is Tennessee. I thought I would see. I had them as the third best team in the SEC. Can they keep this up?
See, here's the biggest thing with Tennessee though. When you get into March Madness, because they sub so much,
Mm-hmm.
will you ever be able to get into a flow? And March Madness, you got to be down to 8 people. You really don't get to 10, 11 people. Like you just don't play that way, right? And even like on the men's side, when you see somebody play 10 deep, they haven't been able to win a championship or get close to it, right? Because you're still trying to figure out, man, who the best five I can put on the court. And so for Tennessee, even if somebody do get hot, they play so hard that you got to take them out in 4 minutes and 30 seconds and sub. So I don't know if they can ever get into a rhythm that can carry them to win a game and beat a team that's they should be able to beat a lot of teams, but they players can't stay on the court long enough to be able to beat some of the teams that they should beat, where they keep players playing at a pivotal time. That's the thing with Tennessee. I like them, but it's gonna come down to styles and matchups, and I just don't know if because you got to think about whoever they're playing, they're already playing 8 girls. Whoever they're gonna play, only gonna play 8 girls, right? Their players are gonna be in a rhythm versus Tennessee players. Every time they come in, they gotta find a rhythm. By the time they find a rhythm, they back out the game.
I don't think we're talking about South Carolina right here. South Carolina, I think South Carolina, Donald played 9 to 10 players, if not 11, depending on matchups.
It depends on matchups, right? When she gets to this time, normally she plays about 8 kids, right? Unless somebody get in foul trouble, she goes to 9 to 10. But she truly just want to play 8. I'm talking about Tennessee playing 10 like the way they play, right? They have a, you know what I'm saying? They rotate 10.
That's their rotation. That's their rotation. That's what they built.
That's just what they do. That's how they play. It's all fun and games, but it's all about rhythm.
But I noticed in the last couple games now that she's had some rotations come in where she sent 3, or she didn't necessarily send the whole 5. So I've seen what you're talking about as we getting closer into March. I noticed it like a couple of times back, like okay, only 3. She only sending 3 this time. She need a few to stay on the floor because of matchups, because they hide whatever's going on, leadership, fouls, whatever.
I'm telling you, everybody thinks like, man, you can play 10 people, but it doesn't work that way when you get closer to the tournament because you need rhythm. You need, like, you're going to play 8. You might play 10 people, but when you break down the minutes, it's really only 8 people truly played. The other 2 just came in and gave you 6 to 8 minutes because you needed, because somebody got in foul trouble. They had to cover those minutes. But in reality, when you get to March time, you're only playing a minimum of, the top of 8. You might get to that 9-10 person if it's a blowout or things like that. So
we got Tennessee up 60 to 28 headed into the fourth quarter. 60 to 28 headed into the fourth quarter, and it looked like they 3-ball has traveled so far. Welcome to March.
You know what? You know what kills me with Texas A&M is Texas A&M has size. They have everything you need to win. They just can't win.
So I feel like Koulibaly. It seemed like everything went through Koulibaly. So when Koulibaly went down, it just seemed like it just cooled off for Joni, and it cooled off at a terrible time because they had just beat Kentucky. Seemed like they was figuring out some stuff. Koulibaly's hurt. Koulibaly's not back next season, and then it's like, Joni, who's coming in?
Right.
And that's what makes me feel like I don't know if you're there. I don't know if you're there next year. So
you're gonna have to hit the portal. But you know what? To me, honestly, Tennessee shouldn't even be playing today. That's the thing that's blowing me.
They had one bye. For the way that they started the season, yes, it's disappointing that they're playing today. But I mean, but just like for South Carolina, it's disappointing that it came down to a coin flip. You go win in Texas if you don't want a coin flip. So you got to win the games that matter. This is what it's all about. Does Tennessee get that advantage?
I'll say this though, like the SEC tournament is not a true testament to March Madness, like the actual tournament, right? Because you're not playing these many games back to back, right? So you're gonna play 2 games, then you're gonna go to the next weekend and play, your 2 game things like that. So you actually have more time to prep for who you're gonna play and the next day, right? You have time to prep for both of those. If you get past this, you kind of know who you're probably gonna play. You're gonna prep for that. And so this is really like this tournament style. Who wins these tournaments really not gonna matter because you're gonna have more time to prep for the tournament, the actual
Well, like
tournament.
Kim said she look at it like this is. She said these tournaments is for Cinderellas, for the people
Yeah,
who haven't done enough to host. Right, this is your chance to try to get yourself to the dance. You know,
yeah.
so I get Kim, but Tennessee Vanderbilt. Does Tennessee get past Vandy?
That's an interesting matchup. I actually like that matchup though, because I like
Be a
Vandy's
good game.
I like Vandy's freshman
Mm-hmm.
Blaze. I like her. She can
I
get
like Black Spot.
the problem with Blaze is I don't think she has enough help to get her over the hump. I like her, right? They got a Colorado kid on their team too, so everywhere I go, it's always a Colorado big.
Like, I was about to say, it seemed like they got a young big on their team.
They do. It's number 14, Mitchell. She's from Colorado.
Is her name Ayana? Something
Huh?
like that? Is
Yeah,
her name Ayana? Okay,
Ayana
yeah.
Mitchell. Yeah, she's from
Yeah,
Colorado.
now she's from Colorado. So
Yeah,
now I don't want to ask because I was going to ask, do you think it's a chance that big gets in the portal? That's what I was going to ask. Do you think that big is going to be available in the portal? But we'll leave that alone.
she ain't going to the portal. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be shocked if she goes to the portal just knowing her parents.
Okay, so do you expect the portal to be hot this season?
Yes, 100%, 100%. You got because think about who's leaving, right? Notre Dame gonna be in trouble if they don't hit the portal, right? They got some. They got a star player now. Who wants to come play with this star player? Just think
But my
about
thing is, who's going to be in the portal? Who's going to be in the portal?
it.
Who's going to be in the portal?
All right, but think about it, right?
Fire today.
This is what I want people to think about is you can't think about who's gonna be in the portal. Think about what's gonna be opened up. If you think about Notre Dame, they got a star player. They ain't got nothing that's around her. So guess what? Opportunity, shots. You know you're gonna be in big time games and NIL money. Like you got to think about it from that standpoint because because think about next year.
That's a good strategy.
But listen, next year goes into a revenue share. So if you're not playing big time games and your school can't generate high dollar money, you might be up out of there. You could be a star player somewhere, but you might get a bigger check if you go over there and team up with her or her. You know what I'm saying? So revenue share is gonna change because, and this is why we trying to get people to think about, if you got a basketball school program, if your women's basketball program is better than your men's program, guess who's getting the money from the revenue share? The women's program.
Exactly.
So then guess what? You get more marketing, you get more bigger pieces of the pie to go get a big name. And majority of the time when these kids get into the portal, they not just going to the portal. It's somebody behind the scenes calling somebody to say, hey, if we get in the portal, we good? What we got over there? What the numbers talking about?
So, and that's why I expect the portal to be active, but I expect a lot of people to get in the portal with do not contact.
I know one kid that's gonna hit that portal.
Okay.
I know one kid that's gonna hit that portal.
You said it's at least one surprise out there for us?
There's definitely gonna be one surprise, but I know for sure it's gonna be a big time basketball player in that portal. I can tell you that right now.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Kiyomi I wouldn't be surprised if she leaves Rutgers.
She's not even. She hasn't played since like February the 2nd.
Trust me, she out of there. You got heard about that? She out of there.
The writing is on the wall. But okay. So we were talking about Blake's. To me, Blake's. Is it worth getting in that portal?
I think Blake's can recruit somebody there though to Vandy.
Okay. Pierre, is it worth getting in that portal?
Yeah.
It's Michaela Blake's team now, but Tennessee got a strong class coming in, and I wonder, are they gonna push some people to want to get in the portal?
Tennessee,
people want to get in the portal.
Hey, listen, Tennessee definitely has some kids hit that portal because they class they got coming in. They got some dogs.
I see y'all in the chat like who like ow.
They got some. So he got some dogs. I tell this, he got some dogs coming in. Somebody can hit that portal. You can bet. I can bet you that.
I definitely no. And when I say Blake's, it's not anything to do with Vandy's coaching staff. It doesn't have anything to do about Vandy's coaching staff. It has to do with the opportunity to try to play for a national championship and
But
just
the thing with Blake's, I don't think he leaves because she already getting the biggest piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? And so like everything they've already made the system around her. So it'll be tough to be like you leaving. You know what I'm saying? It'll be tough. It'll be
just
tough.
talking about the revenue sharing. What big games
Yeah.
are? How many big games? How deep can y'all really get in the tourney?
Yeah, that's gonna play a part, right? One of the teams I would definitely watch out for is Louisville. For his kids hitting the portal. I
But
think
we're
they
gonna
going.
see. We gonna see. Well, I think there was some. I think there was some mismanagement a little bit. I feel like.
He got
Um,
well. Here's the biggest thing. He went out and got too many freshmen and too many freshman guards.
mm-hmm.
You can't
and,
you can't play all these guards.
Well, he didn't, and he didn't find the right mix because it was times that the offensive stalling, and then you looking like it seemed like it's buckets on the bench.
It
It's
is.
a bucket on the bench, man. Get the buckets off the bench. Hey, man, get the buckets off the bench. So I was wondering, you say portal. I was wondering, is his job safe, or is it coaching, or do they need to just shake it up a little bit, or both? But
It just
I think he's safe. I think he's safe.
I think he's safe. I love the ideal of what he went with, but he went and recruited the same player at the
Mm-hmm.
guard spot. They all did the same thing. They always scores. They
Mm-hmm.
always miniature scores. And you had veterans in front of them. So it's like, hey, this is my thing. If your veterans and your freshmen do the same exact thing, you might as well play the freshmen because you got them longer. And just you might as well just play the freshman. And he just was in a situation where like, what do I do? And it's like, bro, just roll with your freshman and just take the hiccups because at least you know you can retain your freshman to come back next year. Now you're in a situation. I feel it's this: if you lose, give it Arena's daughter, Zach Randolph's daughter's leaving too, because I just think both of them leaving together.
You can see them going someplace as a package deal. It seemed like they came as a package deal. They came
They
to play.
they came as a package deal, right?
You definitely can see
And
that.
here's the thing, right? With both of them playing in Cali, I got an idea of school that they possibly could probably go to, where there's going to be some opportunities open. I don't know if they're going to pull it off, but I do got a school on the West Coast that I think that they'll probably end up going to.
So, Big Drip pulled a rabbit out the hat. Nobody seen McKeer. Nobody seen McKeer showing up down in Columbia, right? Nobody seen her showing up down in Columbia. You don't count. You don't count. You can't say I thought you don't count. In general, everybody's like Michigan State. She's gonna go home.
Yeah.
Only two recruits. Only two recruits out this class coming in. But wow. Look.
I mean, when you look at South Carolina, you knew somebody else was coming into class. Like you knew she wasn't going to just get one kid. Somebody else was coming into class.
What do you think about the pickups?
I think y'all might get one more in this class. I think y'all might get one more.
We shall see.
I
keep hearing people talking about Chavez. I keep hearing people say Chavez to Texas Tech. I keep hearing.
The only reason why she would go to Texas Tech is because Patrick Mahomes they just got a good deal with Patrick Mahomes, and they got a lot of money that they finna get. That'd be our reason. Nothing else, and they got a Colorado kid there, so I know what it looks like. I know the coach. I know all about the program. There's nothing that you can sell me on Texas Tech that fits her and what she's trying to get accomplished. But I understand why here's why I understand why she would go to Texas Tech is because she want to do a CC thing, right? She want to put a program on the map that hasn't been on the map in a while. And you ain't going to a big time school and you just another person. if you go accelerate, you her, right? You go forever be that person in the spotlight. And you don't have to worry about people thinking about other people's names. But that's what I see. But I do see South Carolina getting one more kid in this class.
Is it Chavez?
From what I'm hearing, they got a good percentage to get her. But I think it might end up being a reclassification of a kid that y'all might end up getting.
Okay, so let me say this: do you think Chavez fits in SC?
If she's willing to play defense,
And that's my thing. So, because I hear and allegedly, and I'm gonna say allegedly because I really don't know. They keep saying that the kid said she wanted $1 million. I don't know if she asked for $1 million or not.
well, I mean, just think about this. Even if she asks you for $1 million, you can recuperate that $1 million based off of her brand. So that the money from that
But I
doesn't
was just
matter.
gonna say, I was just gonna ask you, is $1 million really a big deal? Because
And,
I'm
and
hearing people
college,
talk about.
and the way college basketball is being sold now, it's not. But you also, if you're going to ask for $1 million, you got to go to the right brand that can sell that.
Okay.
If you go to South Carolina, you think you couldn't get $1 million off Chavez or more?
Oh, no, I don't question that. My thing about Chavez in South Carolina is will you fit with what the standard is or what the accountability and the responsibility is, right? And so to me, the way they were talking about the kid, like she just asked for $1 million and it was about the money. My thing is just that becomes, do you want to fit into the program? They're not going to let you come in there and interrupt what their standard is. So if you're willing to come in there and play defense, be have a team first mentality, right? And be
I'll give
about
you,
working. Go for it.
I'll give you the answer to this
But she got
question.
work. She got work to do on her game, though.
I'll give you the answer to this question. Is do
What
you
you
want to
got?
do it? Do you want to do it late 2.0? That's really the answer.
So here's the thing: she can't be late 2.0 because she's not. She didn't grow there.
But
She can't be late 2.0
what
because she
I'm
didn't grow there.
what
So
I'm saying is
what
what
happens
I'm
with
saying
Lay is
to you
different because Lay is a hometown hero.
yeah, I get that. That's not where I was going with it. Where I'm going with it is her and Lay games are similar. So I don't let me not say Lay 2.0. Do you want her and Lay in the same backcourt together and they do the same exact thing?
She would have to come off the bench. She wouldn't start with Lay. So if she's ready to come off the bench, that's fine.
You
She's not
think
coming in and start. She's not coming in and starting.
a
No,
number
I don't
one
think
the number one player in the nation, you don't think she's gonna start?
so. No, Joyce Edwards was really the number one
I,
player in the
I,
nation, and she
I
did
know
not
that.
start.
But
So
what I'm
no,
thinking,
not in South
here's
Carolina. She go start wherever she want to. Not in South
well,
Carolina,
well,
especially
here's
not
what I'm
after the way
thinking.
I saw. No, especially not after the way I saw Gigi cook her. There's a lot of work she would have to do to be able to start in a South Carolina uniform. I saw her get cooked by a 15-year-old. No, she could not start. Not right now.
But you know me, is do you want to commit on defense end? And so for me, for South Carolina, it's like who's the guards that's in front of her? Lay's coming back. Raven's gonna be gone.
I hope Raven comes
I mean,
back.
all three y'all guards, all
I hope
three of the
Raven
starting
comes
guards are
back.
gonna be gone. All three starting guards are gonna be gone.
So Maddie's starting, Tessa's starting, Leia's starting. You got Isla coming in. You got Isla. Well, first of all, I have Raven coming back until she says she's not. So
Okay,
Raven is starting until she says she's not. So
okay.
Maddie comes in behind Raven. Tessa Isla comes in behind Tessa. The only person that I need somebody to come in behind is Late. So do you want to do that, Chavez? It's open. But if you think you're gonna come in and start, no.
But
No.
see, and that's where you have to because you got to think about a kid like that. She looking all right. Where can I go start? Where can I get the best marketability? And so those are the questions off the rip, right? What? How does she really fit at South Carolina? That's the thing I look at, right?
I don't think she fits.
But see
I
when
don't think she
people
fits. That's why I was asking you.
and so when
You know
people yeah, and so when people ask is Chavez what it like yes she's in South they got her there, but you understand why she got South Carolina in there. It's the respect for Don, but also it drives up marketability. That's the part that y'all don't be thinking about. Like
No, we talk about that all the time. We say it all the time. People use us to be like South Carolina on the line. What you got for me? If
yeah,
not, I go play with Dawn. We get it. We get it. We are a great negotiating piece. We get that part.
but see here's the thing though. the only way I feel like Chavez would come, Raven has to be gone. I
Well,
don't think Raven can be there.
to me, Raven's coming back.
I'm saying this is your answer. I'm saying here's your answer to know if she's
No,
gonna
that's what I'm
commit
saying.
or
No,
not.
that's what I'm saying. So, but you said you said it. You said like it'll be somebody like reclassified or something, right? So that's not even
Right.
we weren't even I wasn't even thinking about the same person that you was thinking about.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm it'll be a reclassification, but also you are in the hunt for somebody else in that same class that strongly y'all might get, but
what
but
motherfucker get?
here's
Oh man, I
here's,
thought it was
here's
only two birdies left out there. You now you got
I
my
listen.
wheels spinning.
Listen, you got to think about this. All right, so I'm gonna break something down to you. Just because a kid signed an agreement with a team, they could just leave. They don't have to ask for a release now because of the
Oh,
way they changed the way they changed the landscape of the paperwork and stuff. Kid can just leave.
well,
The
like he's
transfer portal,
like I'm going back into the.
the
I'm going
transfer portal, you gotta wait to see what happens in the transfer portal. That's what I'm saying. Y'all possibly can get a kid that's signed to somebody else depending on what happens in the transfer portal and who goes to certain schools. And that's why I said y'all gonna get another kid. I just don't want to. I just don't want to put the name out there and the parents because I want to. But it's a kid. It's a kid that's in this class is thinking about y'all that is quote unquote committed to a school. That if they do something in the portal, they can end up in South Carolina.
Got you.
And so that's the part what people don't understand with the new agreement. It's not a binding contract anymore. It's that's them days are over with.
Committed is just they committed, but you could you know what? I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna take my
That's
talent
why
to South Carolina.
Right. So any kid that's like, oh, I'm committed to this school. If a school go out and go get some dogs in the portal, that kid can just leave. They don't need to ask you for no release no more. They don't need to do nothing, bro. They can just leave. They don't have to do anything. And that's why people don't understand. It's like, man, the marketing of NIL and all this stuff, like when revenue share came, this is what's going to come with it. But what they're going to do with the revenue piece is you're going to have to sign something because if you're saying that you're going to get a piece of this pie, you got to be committed for this amount of time. And so that's going to change. But right now, there's no binding commitment. So if you can land the pieces that, oh man, they was committed somewhere else, they might go to this place, a different place because of that.
This is Wiley's last year, I believe. Okay, so another school that has a lot of guards before we get out of here. LSU. LSU got a lot of guards already, and they got a heavy guard class coming in. What do you see them doing? What do you see them doing? Can they be a Final Four team this year? And do you see people moving around from LSU, maybe getting in the portal?
LSU done. Yeah, that's how I look at it. They done.
Are they done because Flau'jae is sitting, or just done? Period.
Come on now, Flau'jae sitting. We all come on. Let's just go ahead and take this out of here. They using Flau'jae as a scapegoat because they know it's over. They know it's over. Come on. This is just man. We gonna use Flau'jae as a cop out excuse because we know it internally in that locker room it's messed up. It's fucked up. That's what it is. Let's just call it what it is. We gonna use Flau'jae as a cop out excuse.
The locker room is falling apart.
Come on now.
Oh my.
Come on now.
Okay. This is news to me. This is news to me. So
listen, this is what happens.
Lady Tigers going?
This is what happens. Like there's gonna be some kids at the portal, but basically what they telling you is we not letting if we let Flau'jae and see here's the thing, if we let Flau'jae play and we go lose, then we don't really have a cop out excuse because this, that, and the third. Well, we didn't have Flau'jae. If we lose because we didn't have Flau'jae, like come on, dog. Come on, man. But they
supposed to bring Flau'jae back bring Flau'jae back for March Madness, right?
You said what?
They supposed to bring her back for March Madness, right? After this,
they're gonna bring her back for March. They have to. They have to because
so she's back for March Madness. Can they make a run?
They can make a run if it depends on how. It really depends on how it breaks down. Like the landscape of basketball, right? If they give Kim Mulkey an opportunity, if they give Kim Mulkey an easy road, yes, she's going to do it. It depends on what the road, who's in front of them. If they go up against teams with guards, they're going to beat them. If they go up against a team with a balance of guards and bigs, they're going to be in trouble. So it depends on who's in a bracket. But Kim is already setting up the foundation for her cop out excuse for the season. She's already setting it up.
That's just for the SEC tournament. She said she don't care about the SEC tournament.
Okay.
It's just the SEC. It's just the SEC tournament.
It sounds good.
So my thing was, Kim, if you saying, hey, I'm sitting Flage for the SEC tournament, I'm gonna let these kids play as long as they can play in the tournament, and she's gonna go into her bench to let them get some experience at the tournament level that can help them in the next in the big dance, right?
Listen, here's what the excuse with LSU was. The guards are complaining, right? They feel like they play better without Flage. Okay, Flage, sit down. That's really all that happens. That's really the only thing that happened. And so
you feel like they feel like they play better without Flage?
The guards behind her. I'm not saying the coaching staff thinks that the guard behind, because you gotta think about it. If Flage's not playing, she's not taking up 35 minutes a game, right? So that's going to get them in the game. That gives them opportunity. So of course they're going to feel like they playing better. That was the whole reason why they sat down Flage. All right, so if y'all feel like y'all better, we finna find out in this SEC tournament right now. So here's what we do. We'll sit Flage down. We gonna find out in the SEC tournament. And if y'all fail, guess what? Flage gonna be back. And now I got every reason to bench you. So don't ask me why you ain't playing.
Oh, okay, this is your prove me. This they prove me moment. Show me. Well, show me. You can do it without Flage. Show me. Okay, this is it. This is interesting. So
hey, listen, this ain't. But see, here's the thing. This happened in previous seasons. Nobody's ever paid attention to it.
Previous seasons with who?
Just with LSU, with Kim. Normally, what happens is the player gets kicked off the team. That's normally what happens when it comes to the guards. The player gets kicked off the team. You ain't kicking Flage off the team, so she hurt.
Okay, so wait. Okay, so two things then. Do you expect any movement at LSU?
Yes.
As far as portal goes. If you Flage, if that's the situation, why even come back next year? Why aren't you declaring? Why come back to that situation?
You got to think about this. Who's taking more of a spot next year? They don't have nobody.
Right, but
they have to go to the portal.
That's my thing. Here's the thing: if I'm Flage, what's coming into LSU next season that's going to make me more likely to play for a natty than this year? What's coming in better? Is it the portal? Is she getting in the portal?
Listen, Anissa Moore is gone.
Does she have room to get in the portal? I mean, because she got the number one recruiting class coming in. What, 5-6 guards?
It's nothing but guards, no bigs. So guess what? You got it. So she's got to go to the portal for bigs. What bigs want to play with them? That's good. That's good enough. That's serviceable enough. There ain't no Angel Reese's out there that's going to come to LSU. So what bigs are you going to get? Because think about it. She's looking for somebody who's going to play high energy that can go get a double-double, right? That's normally what Kim wants out of her bigs. I don't know what big that can get a double-double.
When is the big on their bench going to play? They got a big on their bench.
I know.
You're gonna get in the quarter, you got a big on at the end of your bench. When is she playing?
I know. I get it. You're speaking the same language I'm speaking.
So I don't understand that. I don't understand that part. So I'm looking at this, and I still say, Flage, what is the benefit? What's the benefit of staying?
Bro, if Flage talking to Angel Reese tell her like get up out of there. Get up out of there, because listen.
ADR, when I see her, she's at the end of the bench biting her nails, like she's not even interested in playing. So, and I don't know if she's just not interested in playing at LSU anymore or what. But it's very weird. How you getting
into the game? Because she got so many guards, and then if Kim get on one of them higher horses, okay, cool. We'll put Williams at the 4. If Anissa gets in foul trouble, we'll put Williams at the 4. We go 4 guards and we'll beat. So how you getting in the game? it's like, and then
that's fine if she doesn't leave, but what is she coming back for?
Nobody really has the answer because
Sport. She's already a national champion. They don't have a
here's
squad right now as they're as constructed with what's coming in that's going to play for a national championship. So
here's the
what you
biggest
come back
thing.
for?
Here's the biggest thing for me with Flau'jae is what does Flau'jae gain, right? Is there things in her game that she can improve on? Yes, she can improve on tightening up her ball handling, shooting, of course, right? But is she gonna be challenged enough to improve that in college basketball? Because of the way, and the reason why I say that is she gonna be challenged in college basketball is because the way her schedule, the way she schedules, she doesn't schedule enough high caliber opponents for you to really develop your skills. Like you're going to get
mouth. She said she was bored, but she was tired of playing this cupcake schedule. That's a great point.
But see, Flau'jae want to play against the dog. She want to play against the best, but then her teammates may not be ready to play against the best. And so by the time they get to the best, that's why they lose because they ain't been battle tested. So it's one of them situations of like, what do you really stand in? Like, yeah, you gonna get your bag. You gonna get your bag because you Flau'jae. You gonna get your bag. You gonna get your bag from rapping. You gonna get your bag on the court, right? You gonna be the face of LSU and the brand. But what else? What else you getting?
Her brand is too big to jump in the portal. Her brand, I feel
like she ain't going in a portal.
Her brand is too big to jump in the portal. I don't think that they have an opportunity to play for a national championship as currently constructed. If they do something magnificent in the portal, sure. But so then, what is it left for Flau'jae to do?
There's really nothing. It's like it's just you basically just sitting there. Now, here's why I would say Flau'jae comes back. If she's smart, she comes back for this one reason and one reason only. There's going to be a new CBA agreement in the WNBA, and she can make more coming in that next year's draft. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I would come back. Other than that, there ain't really no reason to come. Ain't no reason to come back to LSU. You go pro. But if you being smart like the rest of the WNBA players, right? If you pay, because think about it like this, right? If she comes out in the draft, these contracts that for the draft, it sucks. They're gonna have better contracts in the WNBA the following year, which is gonna come out to a better agreement, which is gonna come out to better money. So you just wait it out one more year. You gonna get your bag regardless.
Do you wait it out one more year at LSU? Do you take off a year and work on your game? Do you go play internationally? Do you just go, you go back to school? What is it?
But here's the thing: if she jumps in the portal, where does she go? But see,
Flau'jae cannot jump in the portal. She can't. To me, she can't jump in the portal. But
it's only one school. It's only one school I feel like she'll go to. She has a great relationship with Don Staley. She would go to South Carolina if she jumps in the portal, but I'm not going to tell her to jump into the portal. That makes no sense, right?
And I feel like her brand is so tied to Louisiana.
Yeah, it just don't make sense.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it for her to transfer. I think her brand is too big. But could she take a year off? Could she go play internationally?
You don't take a year off. If you're going pro, you're either going to the league or you're going overseas. One of the two.
Okay, so what's the benefit of Flau'jae coming back next year and playing 40 minutes a game at LSU? To stay in game shape? Man. She is hurting right now.
I don't even see. But I'll say this though. You could tell that like Flau'jae's not engaged like she's been in years in past. Like the calls that she gets against her, you would think Flau'jae is not a big brand. Because she's always in foul trouble. And it's like, bro,
Flau'jae doesn't get a whistle. There's not a whistle.
Right. It's like, but every star player at that point in time that have her type of brand has just got calls. And they make sure that she's in the game. It's like these refs don't be wanting her to be in the game. And so
it's very weird. It's a very weird dynamic. It's
weird. So it's like, you want to stay another year for that? You know what I'm saying? Do you really want to stay another year for that?
That's my point. Like, she has to me, in certain ways, she has to feel stuck.
Yeah, she's honestly, Flau'jae is in a rock and a hard place. That's just what it is. She's in a rock and a hard place because it's like you can't really go nowhere because if you go somewhere, even with you being a champion, if you go somewhere, all you gonna get is backlash because you left LSU. But it's like you ain't got nothing there. So you gonna get the backlash if you go somewhere. If you stay, you still gonna get backlash because the team might not be able to perform unless they go get something out the portal that can help you far as bigs.
Maybe she can get some people to get in the portal. Maybe she can get some people to get in the portal and come play with her.
But here's the thing. How much can you really go get out the portal when you got all these freshmen coming in? Because these freshmen gonna want to play.
The freshmen gonna want to play too, but Michaela's gonna want to play. And Michaela look like she's trying to make it her team.
But that's what I'm saying. So you got a dynamic right there. Michaela wants it to be her team. It's Flage's team, right? So it's like,
I for sure thought it was Flage's team. I've had several LSU fans tell me that Michaela's team.
Yeah, it ain't Flage's team, dog. You see that right now. It ain't Flage's team.
But she's the national champion on that team. Like,
it don't matter.
How is it not? To me, how is it not? But I also think that that's one of the challenges the LSU is having, an identity crisis.
But you have to think about it. We old school. We understand the old schoolness of, hey man, she's a champion. What is you gonna tell her? She's been there, she's done it, she's accomplished it. But you got people that ain't accomplished it and they want to be the leader. Like you want to follow after somebody who ain't done it and not done it at the highest level.
But okay, so is it that Flage's not vocal enough?
But I can't even say that because she was vocal her freshman year. Like, how can you say that when she was vocal her freshman? So she going from being vocal with Angel Reese to not being vocal now? Like that makes no sense.
I don't understand it. I don't see her being vocal. I don't see her being vocal on the court. And so I don't know if that's just if she's checked out some, if that's just if that's the injury, if that's her trying to play through the injury. And that was the other thing I was wondering. Like how long has her shins been hurting? And was this an issue earlier in the season and we're just now hearing about it? Was she trying to play through something that she should have told us about earlier?
You know, like that's really not a treatment for shin splints, right? That's like you gotta rest. So being like in running track and having shin splints, this injury probably already happened. They just been nursing it and trying to play cool with it. It just got to the moment of like a moment of desperation. Hey, let's just go ahead and sit Flage so we can see what we really got.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to find out because this is the biggest moments. This is SC tournament, right? So we're going to find out who want to be here and who really don't want to be here. So now I couldn't rest her really in the regular season because then it'd have been he say, she say, I can rest her during a tournament. That's the perfect time. So now I can find out who going to hit this transfer portal. Because if you don't perform, guess what? It's easy for say, hey, listen, we got to get somebody else. We got somebody else got your spot. You're going to have to hit the dough. Like, it's easy to say it now.
Are you saying that the coaches can come and be like, hey, you should probably get in the portal?
Yes.
They have this conversation?
Yes.
Hey, come here. Let me tell you something. Let me help you fill out the paperwork.
Listen, this is the week. Listen, I don't care what you're talking about. This is the week. A lot of these teams, a lot of these coaches going to be like, hey, you might well go ahead and hit that portal. This is the week. You're going to find out. This conference time, you ain't even got to. You might see some weird lineups coming out. You might see some people playing that ain't supposed to be playing. This is the week where you finna find out that you're gonna be like, hey, we going in a different direction next year. Go ahead and clean your locker room out. I mean, go ahead and clean that thing out because it's a wrap.
Hey, after you finish this semester, you should start looking.
Yeah.
Last semester here, homie. Don't resign that lease. Don't renew that lease, homie.
And so I promise you, it's gonna be kids coming out like, I'm hitting the transfer portal. And y'all gonna be like, damn, the portal ain't even open. Why you? They already got that. Came into
the notification. They already got that tap on the shoulder.
That key card ain't working no more. Like, yeah, when that key card start working, you already know what time it is. Yeah, we got to talk about.
Hey, will you let me in? Oh goodness, that's terrible.
Okay, this is the week. That's what I'm saying. Like what Kim Mulkey is doing, it lines up. Everything that Kim Mulkey is doing right now is lining up perfect. This is all a setup. Y'all just don't understand that this is a setup. But this is a setup for a reason. Like,
we gonna watch it. We gonna watch. Well, we here to watch this thing play out together. We gonna talk through this. We gonna see how it go.
I listen.
See how this thing go.
When you watch how this folds, you gonna be like, damn, I think that was gonna happen, bro. This is all a setup. Hey, cool. You think you better than Flage? Or you think you deserve more minutes? Okay, cool. We finna find out. Because guess what?
Show me, Bama.
Show me. Because guess what? Even if you don't show me, guess what? Flage still gonna be here, and we got freshmen coming in. So do we really need you? Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and have this real conversation. Okay, perfect. Hey, Flage, come here right quick. Hey, you say your shin is hurting? Okay, baby girl, let me go ahead and rest that up. You know what I'm saying? Ice that down. You know what I'm saying? We're going to rest that up for the tournament. Listen, you got a whole week off. Pretty much you got a week and a half off. Almost 2 weeks to get ready. Cool. So they pretty much got a week to show me what they finna do in these games. And don't let them lose the first game and not be able to play Texas.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I ain't even going to do that to them. I ain't going to do it to them. But I'm just saying.
MK Dub is gonna get them through the first game. Come on now, wait a minute.
I'm just joking there. I'm just okay,
I'm about to say now, if Morrow and Williams can't get them through the first game, then we really need to have a meeting. Now they'll get through the first game.
They'll get to the first game. I was just trolling there. I was just just going on with the conversation. I'm breaking down the Kim Mulkey conversation right now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Like this, how it's gonna go. Okay, y'all think y'all can do it? Show. Because if you can't, it's gonna be my way or the highway. I'm tired of going back and forth. I'm tired of hearing. I hear what you said. It's like I'm tired of hearing the back and forth. What you can do, show me. And if you can't, sit down.
I says I'm gonna say this. Don't even watch Kim Mulkey. Just watch the male assistant, the black assistant on her bench. He's gonna tell you everything because he's the person. He's the person that goes out and gets the transfer portal kids, and he already feel a way about the transfer portal. So all you got to do is watch his face expression during the game. When they put it on Kim, he's sitting next to her. Watch his face expression. He gonna tell you, she out of there. You ain't gotta remember. He gonna tell you everything that you need to know about who's gonna be gone.
Get that Jordan look to the bench, like,
okay. He gonna look down that bench and be like,
she's nothing here for that one.
Yeah, he already know taking because he gonna be the person like when kids come in there, he always in the pictures. He the person that's always talking to them, that bring them in, that showing them around. He has a relationship with Flage. So Kim has a different relationship with 12. He has a relationship with Flage. That's what the disconnect is because Kim relationship with Flage ain't as tight as it should be. But he's the one who gets the transfer portal kids in. He's the one who goes and really closes the deal. That's the person you need to watch.
No, I'm gonna pay attention. I'm paying attention to him. I'm paying attention to him for sure.
I
know we gotta get ready to get out of here.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
We are back every Monday. We every Wednesday. We back.
Yeah.
I take Wednesday. We back. I know, and y'all, we gonna start getting some of these questions, some of this stuff, because y'all be like, hey, I want to ask Rob about this. I want to ask Rob about
I send them questions. I'm gonna get it to you.
Send them questions. Send your opinions. We will address them. Get in the comments on the video.
I'll say this. I'm gonna say this for the majority of these assistant coaches are going to tell you who's leaving the program. You ain't got to look at the head coach. The assistant coaches are the ones who's doing the work behind the scenes on who's coming in and who's leaving. So if you ever want to know if a kid's gonna leave, all you gotta do is pay attention to the assistant coaches. When they get tired of doing this and put their head down, you know that kid gonna be out the door. I'm just telling you what it is. But this is the week where you
watch for the sides, y'all. Watch for the sides.
This gonna be the week where kids gonna get them slips. Like, hey, don't the key card start working. You got another day.
Talking about you get a paper in your locker. Don't put the paper. They don't even call you in there. You just get a little paper.
No. They actually call you to the office. Like, don't ain't gonna say that. Nah, they gonna listen. They gonna call you to the office, but they also gonna tell you might want to start looking around at some options. Right? They gonna be honest with you. Like, hey, we don't think it's gonna be a fit for next year, but you gonna know it. If your key card stop working before you get to make that. Because soon as you listen, soon as after that conversation had about, hey, you ain't returning next year, your key card finna start working in the next 5 minutes because they finna go ahead and cut that access off. So you ain't gotta worry about how you. coming back. That's just what it is.
If coach walk up to you like, hey, you been to Georgia? Hey,
Yeah.
it's probably should start looking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who brackets already busted. Y'all check them brackets. Rob, good to have you back. Hot take Wednesday back. Get the questions in the chat. Before you go, I gotta ask you, who wins Big 12? Tourney.
Ooh. Damn. I gotta look at their bracket. I actually have not looked at their bracket. So I
Okay.
don't have a real answer for you. But I would probably lean more to TCU right now.
Okay. SEC.
SEC South Carolina.
Big Ten. You said USC, UCLA.
I'm going USC because I'm going Juju to drop 40 in a championship game.
ACC.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Okay. All right. We're gonna see. All right. Well, hey, glad to have you back. It's up from here. Look, Hot Take Wednesdays, man. Y'all let us know what y'all want to talk about. You got any other lives today?
No, I don't. But hey, be on the lookout. I'm back. I'm gonna be live sometime this week. I just don't know the dates and times yet. So man, y'all just
All right.
hit that
Make
notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and you will see us in the next one, man.
Make sure
Every
y'all subscribe
Wednesday.
to both channels. Make sure y'all subscribe to
Yeah.
both channels. Run them up. We appreciate
Run it.
y'all rocking with us. I'm back in just about 15 minutes for the next game with Coach Coleman for the CC show. Y'all know what it is. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. We out.